ShowBizz, we did it again. Hey, yo, what?
Be prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right.
Left hand's too low, my ninja.
Guard up, not below my ninja.
Net lows don't hold, my ninja.
Piece of foam, don't fold, my ninja.
This is a fatal flaw.
Crash out for Omaha.
What's the best punch against a southpaw? What time?
Be prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right.
It's true.
Be prepared for the straight right.
Left hand too low, my ninja.
Guard up, not below my ninja.
Net lows no hold, my ninja.
Piece of foam, don't fold, my ninja.
This is a fatal flaw.
Crash out for Omaha.
What's the best punch against a southpaw? No.
Right hand from Madrimov and he grabs on.
A warrior, is he not?
What's a sword to a Glock?
3 minutes each round.
Open threes, get your
He
shot.
can't move, he ain't young.
Think his legs will be shot.
He been fighting too long.
38's get
Prepare
shot.
for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right.
Let's go.
Be prepared for the straight right.
Let's go.
Be prepared for the straight right.
Live, only on DAZN, Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. One is defending a name, the other is building one. The ring doesn't care where you come from, only if you can survive in it. Saturday, June 28th, Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Up off that? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Up off. Bah. Hey! Y'all know what that is. Y'all know what day it is, huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's Facts Friday. Baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz Adult. All right, man, look. Look at who we have here. Let me see. Tim Butler. Who else we got? Dr. Mofongo. What's going on with you? Oops. Hi, man. Look, first I want to say this. Everybody, welcome to the Facts Friday. If you haven't done it, please close out the chat, hit the like, and give it up for the Varney Hill.
Bring on this with a laugh and do the cabbage patch. She's a pretty lady, and then sign some autographs to burn your man shaboing boing.
Hit the Tyson bell. And it's the Facts Friday. Y'all know it's time to party. And I don't give a damn. I swear before Lord, we need to give it up to the lady.
You should let me in. You deserve no, you deserve baby.
Hit the Tyson bell. Hey, hold on. My man said, I was rewatching the Madrimov versus Bud fight and wanted to know why they didn't count the knockdown. I can't remember the knockdown. Had it 8-4 Mad, but now I have it 9-3. I can't quite. I think Madrimov threw him down. I can't really quite remember all the way the knockdown. Let me see. Jack Johnson, Dempsey, Benavidez, and others. Yeah, I know. Hit the Tyson bell. And hold on, let me ask you. Are we in the building? Are we or are we not in the damn building? Hell no. You got that right, my brothers. You got that right. We outside.
It can happen when you're outside. You can lose a fight, see a chick, have a con with that vibe. You can ride a bike, see a nigga, and ask if he's alright.
Hit the Tyson bell. All right, we got a show for you for this Facts Friday, and that's the Black Dodgers. we got a show for you guys. We're going to be talking about Saul Canelo Alvarez. I think Canelo Alvarez will outbox Terrence Bud Crawford. And I have my reason for saying so. I do. I think Canelo Alvarez is going to outbox him. I do. And I have my reasons for saying so, and we will dive into that today. Okay. A lot of people are going to get moist. All right. And there's going to be racial slurs made. If not here, there's going to be racial slurs made about me in videos coming out in the future. All right. Hit the Tyson. You'll probably see a thumbnail of me with clown makeup or some shit. All right. That's what we do to each other. Understand. That's how we live. Okay. As a culture. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Jake Paul versus Chavez card. And I'm going to be placing a bet today on my bookie. Tevin Farmer versus Kid Austin. We're going to look at that. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Herndon. Listen, I'm going to go live again tonight. And here's my plan. All right. My plan is to go live and do a reaction to the press conference. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Do a reaction to the press conference, the final press conference for right now between Canelo and Crawford, and then end that by calling the Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder knockout or fight. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, maybe that's the same stream. I don't know if I feel like cutting it off and then having you guys find the next stream and do. I just got to figure out the thumbnail, how I want to do that. But I think I'm going to lump that all together. All right. And that's that. So let's go on with the show. Let me see. I think Canelo wins by TKO KO late because Crawford loves to trade when he's tagged. And Canelo is going to slip and counter with power. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna a member for 14 months. Bye. Okay. And before I get started on the breakdown, okay, everybody, make sure you guys hit the like for me if it's humanly possible. If your fingers can do that, I know it's exhausting. I know but if you get the like, that'd be great. I'm going to, before I get started, let me talk about three things. Okay. The first thing I want to say to kick this all off for the Facts Friday is Ironheart. That episode, the first episode, the one that I watched last night, was shit. Ironheart. I can't believe my boy Ryan Coogler had anything to do with that. I couldn't even finish it. I didn't even get halfway through it. The shit was embarrassingly cringe. It was horrific. And I'm sick of it. They have gone too far. That I wasn't halfway through. The only thing that I liked that I can relate to, especially as a black man, was the Gil Scott-Heron track that I heard. I'm on my way home. Hit the Tyson bell. Huh? I'm gone 3 days ago. Now I'm on my way home. I was like, okay, yeah. But other than that, that shit was horrific. All right, let me see. Nah, Biz, you hate black people. Love you, boy. Yeah, 100%. This Tyson bell. You know how that goes. All right, number 2. I want to say this. All right. I've gotten a couple of comments of people saying ShowBizz. How in the hell are you covering Canelo versus Crawford so damn much? As a boxing fan, I'm embarrassed that you are pushing this fight and not Canelo versus Benavidez. I want you guys to understand this. I want you guys to understand. I liked episode 1. I hated it. That's what happens when you push the girl power stuff. The media lacks up. It just took. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Let me see. I have the Canelo. It's not even just that. I have the Canelo winning, but I'm betting the Crawford KO. That makes sense. Put $2 on it. You win $5 million. So I get it. That's like whoever bet on Buster Douglas and was like, I bet on Buster Douglas. And like, ah! Ah! They rich as shit. I wish I had a time machine to go back and put everything on Buster Douglas KO. Okay, but listen. Everybody who's criticizing me that way, I want you to understand this, all right? For over a year straight, I would say Canelo versus Benavidez and Terrence Crawford versus Boots Ennis. Don't act like y'all don't remember now. For over a year straight, I even made a duck song for Canelo. For everybody who thinks I'm a Canelo fanboy, I made a duck, and I got a duck sitting right here representing Canelo forever over the Benavidez. I said that was the biggest duck in history, and all of a sudden, y'all, I don't remember. I said Canelo versus Benavidez, the Mexican Monster, on Mexican Independence Day. How many times did I say that? And when I did, all the Canelo fanboys called me a racist because I'm black. For over a year. The videos are still up, and the comments are still there. 2, I said Crawford versus Boots. I said become undisputed for a third time, recapture undisputed against Boots, then move up to 154, and then become undisputed there too, making you 4-time undisputed. Then you can do whatever with Canelo. I said that, and all of you Terrence Crawford fanboys said you're just mad because Errol lost, and you're hating on Crawford, and you just want Boots to revenge Errol Spence. That's what y'all said when I was trying to push for the shit that makes sense. Y'all cried about that. Don't go crying about this too. Now, I said, and when I said that, I had brothers calling me names on that end. No matter what, y'all gonna either say racist or coon when it comes to the biz. I'm used to it. But what I'm saying is, y'all cried about that. Now that this is here, I pushed for over a year. Y'all said y'all wanted this. Now that this is here, let's go. All right? Here's the last thing I'm going to say before I do the breakdown. The reason why I was pushing for those 2 fights is because I always thought Canelo would whoop Bud Crawford's ass. I said I'll put 30K on it, remember? And when Errol Spence was talking about fighting Canelo, I said that is bad. Canelo's going to punch a hole through Errol Spence. Those were exact words I said. He's going to punch a hole through Errol Spence. He shouldn't fight him, but if they go ahead, but Canelo's going to punch a hole through him. That's what I said. And because I've been saying it forever, for y'all to make comments talking about, hey, you keep saying that Canelo, you got videos about Canelo winning. Where's the videos about Bud? I don't think Bud wins. I've been saying it for 2-3 years. So here we go. All right, let me see. Y'all cry about one thing and then claim it's me. No, it's you. Remember Kell Brook versus G. That's what's going to happen. Something like that. We can make Canelo versus Benavidez in the game at least. Yeah. That's the Black Two Sugars. I've been seeing videos of Benavidez knocking Canelo out in the game. Let me see. Remix that Bud Spence song, Biz. See you at the fight. Love you, boy. Here's the type of no, it's just a classic. I'm gonna keep it as it is. Okay, so let's go. You're gonna eat Bud pie, boss. Okay, that's a little too pause for me. All right, y'all talking about eating and the guy's pie and all that. Y'all getting 2 pause over this. All right, let me play the moist. We gotta play the moist. Y'all talking about eating the guy's pie and shit. We gonna have to play it. Y'all. I'm telling y'all, get a little too moist for me.
I'm moist. Call and response, I said I'm moist. Good God, I'm moist.
Okay, let me see. David needs to go fetch Canelo's money like Bud did. Not Canelo's job to get David paid. Jesus. David needs to play by Canelo's real get the money, and we can't spend their money and not legacy and the money and do with the money. Okay, So let's go. Let me see. Biz got hit for calling Canelo a duck. Yeah, I got punched in the stomach. Canelo saw me and was like, let's go. His publicists, they were like, his publicist was saying, we ain't got time for any of this other shit. Was talking to DAZN. Give us something. What are we gonna do? With that? No, we ain't got time for it. That we ain't got time for it. Oh, we got one more thing. What? Punch ShowBizz. We got time for it. And I was like, oh shit. That's basically what happened. How y'all ain't got time for anything? I was like, hey, ask them if they're sure. They're like, you sure? I just want to let you know we're going to play a game where Canelo gets. She was like, no, that's fine. That's fine. Him right there? Yeah. Nah. He got time. I was like, oh shit. Let me see. Dudes have short attention spans due to TikTok. I'm telling you, bro, they slow. What's up, Biz? I'm a young, inspiring sports analyst and love watching your video. Love you, boy, to learn more about boxing. So just wanted to thank you. Love you, boy. Thank you for watching, brother. But don't think I didn't notice you 5K subs away from giving away some money. Yes, I'll be giving away $20,000 once we get to 350,000 subs. And I'm going to make a video about that very shortly. Okay, let's go. Let's go. First of all, I think Canelo Alvarez is going to outbox Terrence Bud Crawford. And here's the receipts. And here's why I'm coming. I'm just going to give you my way of thinking. Before that, though, here's an inspirational message from our guy, bro.
Squad up. Let's go.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something about life. Life can hit you hard. Receipts, motherfucker! The first thing I want to say is this. All right, Terrence Bud Crawford is going up against a lot when it comes to Canelo. Not only is the weight difference is one thing, also there's no rehydration clause. All right, and Terrence Bud Crawford has given up 4 years. His elder to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is 4 years younger with far more experience. There's a lot of things working against Terrence Bud Crawford here. All right. Also, you have the busyness.
Well, right now, I'm not training hard. I'm not even training, really. You know, I don't want to overtrain because me personally, when I go in the gym, I give my all. And I don't want to burn myself out. You know, I want to save it all for the fight. You know, so I'm just, you know, chilling, doing a little strength work here and there. But other than that, you know, my training haven't even started yet.
Yeah. What about for you, Canelo?
Training.
You're training right now?
For 6 months. I have a fight in May, and then after that, I'm going to maybe rest like a week and then start training again for September. Focus on what I'm doing right now. Obviously, I'm focused 100% on May because I need to take care about the fight first. I need to take care about that fight and training, focus on my path.
If y'all can remember, if you were around, I said, Spence, fight Thurman. Get a fight in. I understand no tune-ups. Brother, tune up. Terrence Crawford fighting David Evanesian. Brother, you can't be gone for a year and fight somebody as great as Terrence Crawford when Terrence Crawford is tuned up. Do y'all remember me saying that? See, the thing that I said when Crawford got on me on X and it went viral and Crawford was like, shut your ass up and all that stuff. I was saying, brother, can you get a fight in at 168? Because all you doing right now is getting physically ready to be able to carry the weight. Now, can you tune up that weight and get a fight in? I don't give a damn who it is. It ain't got to be against Berlanga, no shit, or Caleb Plant. Just get a fight. Just get a fight in and work with the weight. I understand working at 154, but work at what? Just tune up your weight. Because for me, I understand you guys believe in magic, but I don't. Every boxing rule is what I'm adhering to right now. Brother, there's weight classes for a reason. Father Time is undefeated. And if you go up against a great fighter, please, if you get a tune-up, I appreciate it. I understand y'all bud buddies are like, work against everything. You're Doctor Strange. I get it, but I'm in reality. I'm not saying there's no way Crawford can win. I'm saying if I'm going to be a boxing analyst and think about it, I am going by the rules. Please, brother, let me, God, this, let me see. Damn it. How long we into the showbiz? I missed it. No, we just got started. Let me see. Nello will outbox Bud is a provocative take. Well, I understand. Bud is ready. You got to forget the media sidestep. See, forget everything. That's what Bud buddies say. No matter what he says, it's all brain games. See the magic and the magicianry of the magic. Forget everything. Don't think of anything, Biz. Just go with your heart. Bro, I can't do it. Only if you're a fanboy, you can think like that. My brain can't think like that, bro. Forget about the media sauce. Forget about what's being said. Forget about what you see. Just go with your heart. Like that's y'all fanboys. Listen, I can't even make a living on that, bro. I can't make a living on swinging around, on my heart and shit. Let me see. I just can't do that. Let me see. He's been fighting once a year since 2020, though. I understand, but who has he been fighting? And when it comes to he hasn't jumped up 2 weight classes or 3 weight classes against one of the greatest fighters of all time doing that. And when he fought Errol Spence, he got a fight in. Charles, no matter what I say, y'all just ain't. I need y'all to listen to what I say and let it exfoliate. We need you to reach out to Old Gray and ShowBizz the Puppet. Yeah, we got to do that on this bout because I feel Nello outboxes and muscles Bud around. People forget Nello got skipped. We're gonna talk about that. No. As a Bud fan, I would love for him to have a tune-up. I agree. Yeah, listen, I want Bud to win. But because I'm too old. We're talking about 8. I'm too old to think something's going to happen because I really, really want it. I've been living on this earth for too long to start believing that shit. I felt that way at 9 years old. But shit don't happen because I just really, really want it. I can't say it. Let me see. You got to play the Damon Wayans smart clip. Yeah, you're right. Yes. Let me see. Do people really believe Bud is going to stop or knock out Canelo? Yes, they do. Name the last boxer to do that. They believe it, brother. They believe it. They got their believing. But that's okay because I'm talking about Canelo outboxing Bud. So here's the next receipt.
They only focus on my power, but I have more than that. And I think this fight is gonna be one of my best fights in my history, in my record, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited, motivated, because this is all about. I want to make history, and I'm very excited for this fight. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it.
The reason why I played that clip is this. Canelo believes he's going to win. All right. But he doesn't just want to win. His motivation for fighting a guy 3 weight classes younger than him and 4 years older than him is to shut everybody up while doing it. That's why I think he's going to outbox him. That's why I think the Canelo you're going to get is closer to that.
But we've seen this before with Canelo Alvarez, where he's biding his time, maybe even losing rounds or close rounds. We've seen it with Caleb Plant. We've seen it with BJ Saunders, and then
and that's against Bivol. That's the Black Two Sugars. Let me tell you how the fight's going to go, bro. Canelo's going to go out there, and he's going to learn quick that Terrence can't hurt him. He can't hurt him. Terrence going to be slower than he wants to be. His legs going to be more aged than he wants them to be. He's going to be big, thicker. You get what I'm saying? Pause. And as he's throwing his punches, Canelo's going to be like, and he's going to start trying to freak him. Pause. That's the Black Two Sugars. I promise you. Canelo's going to be looking at the crowd, and he's going to say nobody can mess with Canelo. He's going to try to freak him. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. Because he's going to know that he can hurt him. He's going to be like, boom, bam, boom. He's going to know immediately. He's going to jab him, bam, elbow, boom, shoulder. And then Crawford going to let his hands go, and he's going to be like, and he's going to look around like, I'm better than him, bro. That's what's going to happen, bro. I'm telling you, he's going to try to make Crawford look bad. And the thing is, it's not fair because Crawford is 38 and 168 for the first time ever. That's what's going to happen, bro. And it's going to make sense when y'all see it. Y'all going to see it and be like, what do you expect? He's 38, 168. Right now, you're in the believies. You're in the believies right now. But you're going to be like, hell no. Watch. Charles Baker, watch. I keep saying, number one, that Canelo's a better skillful fighter than y'all think he is. I don't know why y'all think he's just a mindless slugger. I don't know where y'all get that from. He wouldn't have been able to go up as a small guy and be able to fight these different weight classes if he was just a slow-footed, brick hand slugger. Okay, and that's Bivol. All right, hold on. Let me see. Biz, the only thing I remember is you saying Spence will KO Crawford after media workout. And then you beg and stop the fight. Yeah, that's the only thing you would remember. Yeah. It's part of growing as a boxing fan. You think your favorite boxer is Superman. Yep. Till reality hits real ones. Been there before, Biz. I was brother, Roy. Biz, rumor has it Norman Bates Jr. isn't looking to fight Rob because he isn't a big name. He must not be part of the war matchup over names. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, you can't Polanco. I don't think Polanco would be able to get a championship fight right now. I mean, let's have some respect for the champions. But I hear you. Later on, a great bigger guy beats a great smaller guy. 100%. Crawford loses to all top 168 pounders and half of the at 160 pounds. I can only think that because I've never seen him at 168, especially at this age. If Canelo becomes the runner and wins, you lose, Biz. What the hell are you talking about? I'm not fighting. I don't lose anything. I'm not fighting. I only win by watching the fight and enjoying myself. Let me see. People bring up Bivol fight to make Canelo look bad or to criticize him when he looked very good against Bivol. I know. Just needed to throw his hands more. Yeah, the thing is, don't forget, he had a wrist injury, which is why he didn't throw his hands as much. It is what it is, bro. I always listen. And he got the surgery. Remember when he was trying to put his hand in the glove? You're like, right before the Bivol fight, right in the back. Right. So he that's why he wasn't punching as much. It's just like why Shakur Stevenson wasn't punching as much against De Los Santos. Why all that shit, bro. Why Floyd Mayweather looked like that against Castillo, all that shit. You know what I mean? It's reason versus excuses, but people don't want to hear it. So leave it alone. Canelo said, you never fought nobody elite. Crawford said, I fought Postal. Canelo said, who? Yeah. Jokes aside, Father Time is undefeated. I know, bro. Hey, Biz, been out for a minute. Keep up the good work. And if Bud wanted to show us his greatness, he should have had this fight 4 years ago. It was impossible 4 years ago. The man was a 140. It was impossible. Two people, he wouldn't be able to leverage himself to get the fight. It's because he beat Errol. So now that he beat Errol, he's the greatest fighter ever. That lets you know where people got Errol. He beat Errol. And now they think he can do anything. Errol was a bad boy, but damn, bro. He ain't. Let me see. Two people Nello lost to were Floyd and Bivol, who are two greats. Yep. He lost because both times he met them where they're comfy. Yep. This time Bud is meeting him. That's the difference. I know. That was a great take. Let's be real. Bud was hiding at 135 when there was as a real gauntlet at 140, 154, and he got dropped in the 5th. Conveniently ruled a trip. Hiding. I didn't see Terrence Crawford hiding. But don't forget, bro, Terrence Crawford did fight at 135. I know he's a bad boy though. Crawford's a bad boy. But listen, let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Let's do this, bro. Let's do this real quick. I just want you to I just want you to get a gander. I just want you to get a quick gander if you can. You betting on 2021 Canelo. Okay, but that version's gone. He ain't cutting off the ring or stopping guys like before. Bud's catching him at the right time, or he's catching Bud at the right time. If 2021 Canelo isn't here anymore, 2021 Bud isn't here anymore. Crawford isn't a vampire. He's 38, going to be at 168. And when you say Canelo isn't knocking anybody out, he hasn't fought a welterweight in a long time. When you go up, you don't carry the same power, but when you punching down, you do. You don't think he's cracking? You ain't see him drop Berlanga? You ain't see him drop Jaime Magia and knock out Caleb Plant? So he is cracking. You ain't see him send Charlo running and drop Charlo? When he punched down, I'm telling you, bro, the brain isn't exfoliating. The brain isn't exfoliating, dog. Talking about catching Canelo at the right. Number 2, Canelo isn't cutting off the ring. It's good that he fought the runner, William Scull. And that was his last fight. Because now that's all he's working on to prepare for Bud. If he didn't fight William Scull, that's why you need a tune-up. Y'all make comments and make my point. You need a tune-up. William Scull did nothing but prepare him for Bud. He didn't cut off the ring well against William Scull. He got him a straight-up jackrabbit hopping around the ring. That's way worse of a jackrabbit than what Terrence Crawford is going to be. But because of William Scull, that's the only thing he's focused on. That was if Bud could have shocked him and got there. If he fought Jaime Magia, then Bud, then yes, there's a chance. But he fought William Scull to prepare him for Bud. That's all he's working on now. Don't you understand? It's like, yo, I want Crawford to win too. We all want Crawford to win. Nello stamina, legs, and heart are why Nello will lose. Gotcha. Dog, the man been going stamina. He's been going 12 rounds. He went 12 rounds with Bivol. First y'all say that he ain't knocking nobody out. Then y'all say he ain't got stamina. Well, if he ain't knocking nobody out, he's showing stamina, right? He's going the distance with everybody and winning by decision. Crawford hasn't gone the distance. He only went the distance once in 11 years. Who's more used to going the distance at 168? Dog walk him into a nap, slipping like Bivol and Jacobs. When it comes to Nello resume, can Bud beat the names on his resume? Berlanga, brother, 50. I'm just talking. Listen, I really want Crawford to win, but I'm trying to talk with some sense here. And y'all keep coming up with magic. And every comment y'all have, y'all think it's for Bud, and it's not making logical sense. Let me see. Nello can walk you down or fight on the back foot and bob and weave. Triple G 1-2 is an example of his two styles. Yeah, they were complete opposite fields. Out your power and the size in round 1 or 2. This is a great discussion. Canelo doesn't do well when a boxer closes the distance or changes the pace. Crawford is a slick fighter who, so I can see Hun potentially outboxing Canelo. The biggest concern I have is the weight jump. Yeah, I'm concerned with the regular stuff. I'm concerned with the fact that there's weight classes for a reason. It's the weight jump and being 38 and how he looked against Madrimov. Bud low key making same mistake Arrow made. That's what I'm saying. Let me see. If Canelo and Crawford have fought at 147 10 years ago at 147, who went, it doesn't matter. That's all back to the magic. We talking about some real shit. Jake versus Canelo would have been way more fun than Scull. Yeah, but Scull prepared him for Crawford. Quick question then. What similarities does Bud have to William Scull? None. That wasn't preparation. That was a waste of time, bro. Yeah, he has none. But what your brain isn't getting. You're so busy trying to disagree that your brain isn't absorbing what I'm saying. Y'all talk about footwork. In order to prepare for footwork, you spar up against jackrabbits. So he went up against the guy who was doing nothing but trying to stay away from him for 12 rounds in a real fight. So he's working on, because of that, I have to focus on cutting off the ring more, especially when fighting there's no way you're that dumb. Let me see. My boy says 64 fights at 33 is the same as 40 fights at 38. I disagree. What do you think, Biz? 64 fights at 33 is the same as 40 fights at 38. I don't know what that means. Age is age. Age is, when you're 38, you're 38, bro. Believe you me. I think your boy ain't been 38 yet. I like Bud catch and shoot. If he is strong enough to block Canelo's double jab hook combo and counter with something unexpected, the fight could be a bit more interesting. Just some incredible shit has to happen. But I want you guys, most Bud buddies act like Father Time don't exist. For this one, it doesn't. It doesn't. All right. But check. Don't forget.
A very proud Mexican crowd. Gives him some exposure to it. Canelo Alvarez fought at 154 for the first time in 2012 and stayed at big weight. Most recently against the real title, he got 155.
Technically, the middleweight title on the line. It's just one down. The junior middleweight line.
Still kind of figuring each other. Body speed, body vibe with everybody. It's kind of messing with Canelo up a little bit. Still hasn't figured out Khan's movement.
Neither of these fighters can think about strategy. They have to think about what's in front of them. We are 1/3 into this prize fight. And I would say it's time for Canelo Alvarez to wake up.
Okay, hold on. 10 years film. Okay, 10 years ago.
But we've seen this before with Canelo Alvarez, where he's biding his time, maybe even losing rounds or close rounds. We've seen it with Caleb Plant. We've seen it with BJ Saunders, and then
that movement is at light heavy. That movement is at light heavy. Bill ain't doing that. Y'all just talking. Yo, I'm breaking shit down, and y'all just talking, bro, with feelings. Viva Mexico, bro. Yeah, right. Scull fight was blessing in disguise. That's what I'm trying to say. Scull versus Canelo, literally definition of a tune-up. Do you believe that Bud has to be perfect for 12 rounds while Canelo only has to be perfect for 1 to win the fight? I personally think TC can win. Everybody can win, bro. I can beat Nello. All right. It is possible. Okay. Terrence Crawford's probability of winning is higher than mine. But when it comes to a fight, anything can happen. I'm just saying, if you want to break it down, the probability is far higher for Canelo Alvarez for all the boxing rules I'm saying. But what I'm saying is he may just outbox him. Biz, great to see you. Your bigger than ever question: what elite fighter has Canelo knocked out or beat without controversy? What elite fighter has Canelo beat without controversy or knocked out without controversy? I'm going to have to say none. I'm going to have to say none, because when it comes to people like Canelo, when it comes to people like Pacquiao, fighters like Floyd Mayweather, fighters like Terrence Crawford, there will always be controversy, right? I don't know one great fighter Terrence Crawford beat or knocked out without controversy, because when you're great, that's what they do to you. So he beat Triple G to me, but it's controversial because not everybody feels that way, right? Kovalev is one of the greatest light heavyweights ever, but hey, he was a done Kovalev, right? Amir Khan, but he was way too small. Understood. Cotto, he was small and too old. Okay, but what is Crawford? Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. It's going to be the same thing. When he beats Crawford, it's going to be controversy. Crawford is small and 38. You don't think that's going to be controversial? That's what it is. He's going to be outboxing and beat Bud, and it's going to be controversy. That's his whole career, right? Crawford's entire career is controversy. That's what happens with the greats. Okay. Crawford Charlo was a way better fight. I believe that too. Canelo is going to walk through Bud's best shots with a smile. 100%. The most I seen Crawford hit was versus Porter. Canelo will tap that chin. So let's see calls at because at 168 Crawford will be slower, especially at 38. I'm saying, bro. Let me see. Bud definitely ain't throwing that many punches 168 or okay. Hold on. For me, Canelo was actually better than Chavez. He's a better boxer than Chavez. I'm not sure if he's greater than Chavez. Do you have so much confidence that you would be willing to shave your head if Crawford wins? Dummy, I'm putting up $20K. I'm putting up $20,000. You talking about shaving head and why are you talking about me? It's not you versus me. It's not our conversation. It's not our debate. It's Crawford versus Canelo. Don't make it you versus me, or I want to see ShowBizz lose. Because honestly, brother, you're going to disappear. I will always be here. So your comments, nobody's going to remember that shit. But if Crawford win, you get to say na boo boo. If Canelo wins, you get to go and be like, of course he was going to win. It's not about me. It's about Canelo versus Crawford. We never seen Bud move like that. Be honest, guys. We're gonna watch. Was getting outboxed by Velasquez, Gamboa, Madrimov in spots. Crawford's defense is leaky, and Canelo is still super accurate. Don't be surprised if Canelo doesn't have trouble landing on Bud. I don't think he will. I think Bud's gonna be right there. Shout out to ShowBizz pandering to the Canelo casuals with these ridiculous takes. Canelo lacks the punch output, stamina, and creativity to deal with Bud, and even Vegas knows it. There you go. Rip Bud. Let me see. Now what if Bud? Okay, what if Bud walks in there and starts taking Canelo's best shots? Doubt if it happens, but just what if? Question I was wondering. Yeah, what if Canelo goes in there, all right, disappears and reappears behind him, all right, and then hit him, go into the multiverse? Bro, I ain't got that kind of time. All right, we're talking about what's going on. Canelo has beaten no one better than Spence, pound for pound. Shh. you're messing with the betting odds, Biz. I hear you. I hear you. Canelo has beaten him. If you consider Bud slick, what y'all consider Nello? I'm saying, and here's the thing: Nello hasn't beaten anyone better than Spence pound for pound. The question isn't who's greater, Canelo or Bud pound for pound. All right, it's who wins, Canelo or Bud. It's kind of like this to help you out. Who has Big Baby Miller beaten better than who Bam Rodriguez beaten? Nobody, right? Who wins, Big Baby Miller or Bam Rodriguez in a boxing match, right? So it's the matchup. Let me see. Crawford is good, but he's not God. Might be the God for the Bud buddies, but the ginger from Mex is going to do that man dirty. Screenshot this. Bud is older. I think Nello got more mileage on him. Nello has more mileage on him. Yep. Do people really feel like Crawford is more slick than Nello? Yes, they do, because he's smaller. Nobody ever watched Bud. Listen, bro. Very few people in here watch Bud. Those who have watched Bud are thinking rationally, like, this is gonna be tough, because they know him. They watched him since the beginning. If you only know Bud because you argued about Arrow versus Bud and a PBC and Top Rank, and you got into that whole thing, and then Bud beat Arrow, that's the only thing you know. Because I wasn't hearing this years ago when I was doing this. I wasn't hearing that Crawford would beat Nello years ago. He beat Errol Spence, and all of these Bud fans came out of nowhere. That's because nobody was watching. But I have the numbers of me calling Bud Crawford fights. Now everybody's here saying that I'm capping. Let me see. Do people really even though Canelo walks everyone down, he's still super slick, and the guy can box. I just can't wait to hear Biz yell, "Stop the fight." You think I'm gonna have a tear in my eye? You think Bud can get to the punch before Nello, since he has the reach and speed, and Bud don't hurt Nello, but he can pop him to make him reset? I've watched Canelo versus Caleb Plant. I watched Canelo versus Amir Khan. I've seen faster fighters with longer reach. I've seen it. I seen Canelo versus Lara. I saw it. And I saw Lara run. Let me see. A guy has no chance but wins is why I love boxing. Me too. That's why I'm rooting for Crawford. Bud Buddies has lost all reasonable perspective. That's what a fanatic is. But here. Let's go here. Let's do this. Let's just see. I may get a copyright for this because this is actually Riyadh season, though I'm whitelisted for DAZN. This is a DAZN video, but it's a Riyadh season fight. So hopefully I don't get copyright. Okay. I know everybody wants to make their have their comments right now, but let's go on with the show. We still got to put a show together.
I gave you guys instructions. I want to just remind you, please listen and follow my requests at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean.
This is Bud's last fight at 154 match.
The right hand from Madrimov. When I fought Crawford, the crowd started booing after the second round, I think. Oh, nice uppercut from Crawford, his best punch. Now, little short left-handed uppercut. Right on the button for Bud Crawford. Good body shot, too, from Crawford. Another good right hand from Madrimov. And another. Yeah, no, he's got the angle for that right hand, and he's landing it. Good body shot from Crawford.
That was a fantastic body shot for Bud Crawford. Caught Madrimov coming in, landed that shot right to the right side.
I just want y'all to take a look.
European fighters are very disciplined, and that's why we can see Madrimov, even at this point, still being patient.
Back-to-back great body shots from Crawford.
That's what I would want to see Madrimov start doing more. Throwing some body shots at Bud.
I like to see him get creative. Go around the gloves. Stop waiting on the back end of those shots. Go take it to Crawford.
Good right there from Madrimov, and another one, and that tongue sticking out from Crawford.
And there you go. That's the right hand downstairs, and he doubled up that left hook that threw off the rhythm that Bud was catching. I think orthodox would have been better for the straight right hands of Bud Crawford.
He's sitting right there, man.
You think there's a reason he hasn't been switching much?
They going at it. Look at that right hand landed. They going at it.
He's naturally a left-handed. He's naturally left-handed. So I think that he wants to apply power.
Ooh, good shot.
He overextended himself, and Crawford made him pay with 30 seconds to go here in the 11th.
It was a left uppercut, clean left uppercut. Bud stepped back, caught him coming in.
10 seconds left.
Woo.
Well, now there's 10 seconds left.
Stop. Separation.
And that will do it.
115, 113, and Steve.
What do y'all see? What do y'all see? How do y'all see Bud? How does he fight? Let me see. Worried about Biz versus Raphael, the weight jump, Biz legs, some of his resume, and split decision win over Fisher. Slight lean to Raphael now, but rooting for Biz. Let me see. Golovkin was #1 pound for pound versus Canelo. Not Spence. I don't even care. Let me see. Y'all ever looked at that plus minus list? Bud not on it. Let me see. People were saying Bud couldn't handle Spence's power. That's what people were saying, and he handled it. So that means he can handle Canelo. People acting like Bud is Superman or something. Bud can take Canelo punches right on the jaw, bro. Because everybody can. Hector Macho Camacho is like that in the new Undisputed Deal. Fernando Vargas. What do you say about Fernando? Is too. Okay. Let me see. Bro, you cap. I told you Bud would beat Spence. Okay. And then he's coming for Nello. Check my receipt, my dude. I won't check your receipt. I can't find it. How? But #2, okay. He beat Spence and he coming for Nello. Crawford beat Spence so he can beat Canelo. I'm sure of it. Let me see. I'll give you guys the real. Emotionally, people want Crawford to win, as it would be fun to see. But logically, we know Canelo beats him. It's that simple. That's how I feel. One thing for sure, Bud gonna fight. Can't take that away from him. That's why it's gonna be a beautiful fight. Canelo's 1-2 is gonna land on Bud like it did with Yildirim and John Ryder. Wouldn't be surprised it's the straight hand. I know that's what I think. That knocks down or knocks out. I think it's gonna send Bud going, and then the left hook gonna knock him out. These Madrimov clips makes me think no way in hell Bud push Canelo back. Bro, that's at 154. Not a year older at 168. People think good defense means never getting hit. Yeah, that's stupid. I seen Bud eating rights like Pac-Man. Madrimov did not want to exchange that fight. Yep. Watch the whole fight. I got Nello. I thought Triple G beat Nello the first time. Me too. But rewatched it recently, and I can see the draw now. I thought he won. When I first watched it, I understood the draw. Then when I watched it again, I was like, Triple G won. Let me see. And he definitely beat Triple G. He beat him the rematch for sure. Bud was right there trying to trade, but got caught by straight right a few times in a row, because that's how Bud fights. Bud isn't successful unless he's whooping your ass. See, Bud isn't going to sit back and do a William Scull or a Charlo. He is his most successful when he's letting his hands go, because he's very talented at it. Let me see. When the last time you seen Nello face look like that? Bruh. I've seen his face look like that. What fight was it? I forgot. You can't compare Bud to Khan. right? We see what Bud did to him, and Bud is a better fighter than Plant, okay? And Laura, and Bud is not going to fight Canelo like he fought Madrimov. Bud didn't respect his power. Okay, so who has Bud fought that was like Canelo? Go. Let me see. I'm just gonna wait for the excuses when Bud win. There you go. If Madrimov is willing to walk toward Bud, imagine what Canelo is going against Bud. Biz, you think Canelo versus Trout is a good? I do. I was going to say he's going to do him like he did Trout. Let me see. Madrimov was landing that straight like it's going out of style. He in trouble when Canelo throws the 1-2 and follows up with body shots. You just seen someone say Madrimov beats Canelo. Yo, I'm telling you, people were saying Madrimov is better than Canelo. Two different styles. Madrimov is unorthodox, and always shifting his stance. There you go. He's tricky. He was so tricky. I don't know. He didn't he beat Ortiz? Ortiz flat-footed Ortiz. Didn't he outbox and out trick flat-footed ass Ortiz? Or did Ortiz whoop his ass? You tell me. Canelo is more traditional, definitely has more power, is a false equivalent. No one said Madrimov was Canelo. That's what I'm saying, brother. Yeah. I don't think the brains ain't working. I didn't say they had the same style or nothing. I said look at Crawford at 154. Let me see. I recall you adamantly saying Bud was too small for Spence. Okay, and didn't have the resume, and you saying Canelo will outbox Bud. It's gonna age terribly again. Okay, but here's my thing, y'all. Here's my thing, y'all. The only thing y'all have is, let me say something against Biz, because Biz thought Spence was going to beat Bud after the media workout. That is not a rational enough argument, right? So because I thought Crawford would beat Kell Brook, but because I was wrong about Spence means Crawford will whoop Canelo's ass. I don't understand how dumb y'all can be. So because Biz was wrong about Spence, Crawford beats Canelo at 168. That has to be it's not me versus you. Crawford whooped Spence ass. He had him looking really bad. All right. He whooped his ass. I wonder if y'all can just be happy with that. Because that's not a strong enough argument to say. So for anybody who thinks Crawford beats Canelo at 168, they're wrong. But then when I bring up Madrimov versus Crawford, they're not the same. So, but Spence and Canelo is 147 and 160. Yo, bruh. Yo, been a long subscriber since 2018. Don't say much. Canelo facing Floyd at 23 was a bigger mountain to climb than a fight he will have with Crawford, and Crawford isn't as twitchy as Floyd. Tell Bud about them body shots. I wish. Yeah, shit, that shit hurt. Tevin Farmer by KO. Okay, let's move on. We gotta move on because I knew this was going to happen. All right. So this is where I'm at. For the Bud buddies, Crawford beats Canelo because I thought Spence was going to beat Crawford. So that's the answer. Crawford beats Canelo because ShowBizz thought Spence was going to beat Crawford. That's my take for you. For everybody else, not only will Canelo beat Bud, he's going to try to do it and make a point. He's going, because he always does it. Canelo always try to make you miss. And look, he is so cocky with it. He's definitely going to be that way with Crawford, because Crawford's going to be slower at 168 and 38 years old and his punches aren't going to be hurting. There's not going to be a punch that Crawford hits Canelo with that he didn't feel from Kovalev, from Triple G, from Bivol, any of those boys. He's felt power work from Berlanga. He's felt power worse than that. So he's going to be feeling those punches, and he's going to be like, this guy ain't got shit. I'm going to have a tear in my eye, and y'all afterwards going to say, of course, because Crawford is 38 and he came from welterweight. And then y'all going to say, but he won't do that against David Benavidez. Watch. That's going to be in the comments. Crawford's 38, 140 coming from what did you expect? But I bet you he won't do that against Benavidez. That's going to be the take. Mark my words. Let me see. Is Bud paying y'all bills? Y'all worse than Tank fanboys, because at least Tank fanboys doubt him when moving up. Y'all think Bud beat everybody. Nuh-uh. Listen, Noble Life. I've been doing this for a while. All fanboys are the same. All of them are crazy. All of them. Brother, if I say Tank is a special fighter, Tank fanboys cry. If I say Tank is a special fighter, you want too much out of him. They're all the same. If I say that Devin Haney shouldn't do the bow and arrow effect, it leaves him open for a left hook, immediately they like, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the black man is immediately, it is the most civil rights case of all time. When it comes to your heart, your brain goes, and thank goodness for Tarver versus Roy Jones. Any excuses tonight, Roy? Because if it wasn't for the impact of that, I'll be just like y'all. So let me move on. Let me move on. And let's take a quick break and look at the One Punch Man versus Kingpin.
Сегодня с ним его нету, и вдруг выходит Стас Борецкий против... Сегодня с ним его нету, и вдруг выходит Стас Борецкий против Монгол. Непобедимый Монгол. И вдруг Стас Борецкий, непонятно. Ой, что здесь произошло? Ой. Анонсер выступил в роли бойца. И это впервые. Взгляд Борецкого, он два монгола могут убегать от него.
Ой, смотри, урончет, сливается.
Brother, I don't, whatever that was, I need to watch it. I've never seen a guy in a fighting was that AI? My man was in a full outfit with a coat on. Let me see. Only advantages Canelo has are strength and power. There you go. Let me see. Scratch that. I want to see ShowBizz in a YouTuber boxing match. I'll be on your side. 100. Yeah, but I'll never do it. Let me hate when people take example analogy as relativity. Dude, my brain is as bad as Bud fans when it comes to reading right now. Let me see. If Madrimov better than Nello because Bud beat him, does that make Virgil better than Bud after he beat Madrimov? Come on now, people, reach. Brother, I'm telling you, bro, it doesn't. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I try to do a film break and it's, brother, listen. Let me tell you how done I am. Let me tell you how done I am. All right. Let me tell you how done I am, bro. Okay. When you are somebody who is trying to break down fights based on data, and all everybody else is doing is just screaming out hateful, trolly shit, there is literally nothing you can do because they're not here to hold a boxing conversation. They're here to drown out what you're saying. It is just like Jim Jones and the Nas shit. People are literally trying to compare Jim Jones to Nas, bruh. If you try to break shit down, brother, they're going to just call you names and it ain't about being an analyst and holding a true conversation. It's not about that. And that's why you got to retire on that subject and move on, bro. It was going to be a great show too. I was going to show some different shit, break some stuff down, but they can't. Bud didn't fight nobody like Canelo. But it's going to be a good challenge. I respect how you feel, though. I also see Bud going into this fight fighting on the outside because Canelo has advantage on the inside. Love you, boy. Let me see. Biz, if Canelo and Bud were in the same weight class, would it be 50-50? I ain't got that kind of time. I can't. That's a trap. If I try to answer anything rationally, tears. Let me see. Biz, don't get moist. Just take your L on Spence Crawford. I lost $2,000. Yeah. Let me see. Crawford versus Canelo, same outcome. Okay. We love you either way, brother. All right. You're right. Let me see. Love you, boy. Thank you so much for the $9.99. Let me see. Flex on him. I think people really forget that Crawford is also a wrestler. He knows how to handle weight and he knows how to handle weight, and you are going to be really surprised at what he brings to the table this fight. Skills. Love you, B. Yeah. I think, the wrestling's going to it's going to be what does it. Butt buddies have the wildest takes I've ever heard. Well, it's the wrestling and Spence. Wrestling and Spence. Rooting for Crawford, but damn, I don't know how. Brother, you don't know how? He beat Spence, and he can wrestle. The hell? By Biz, can you confirm EJ had a rib injury and was on pain meds during Bud fight? Nope. He was 100% healthy. It was the best arrow I've ever seen, for sure. Let me see. I have inside information that Amir Khan is making a return. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. It's like Bud fights on skates and his athleticism, but Canelo is a line in the ring. He won't go down easy, but he'll go down for sure. If you're a real fan, you'll be honest with your favorite fighter, but these aren't fanboys. They're delusional and they don't care about their favorite brother. What are you talking about? He beat a great Errol Spence, who was definitely the best he's been. And 2, he can wrestle. The hell? And Biz was wrong about Spence. So you know he's wrong about Canelo. The hell wrong with y'all? Would Crawford moving up to 168 and beat Canelo be more impressive than Pac-Man going 8 divisions? Anything Crawford does is more impressive than everybody else. Point I was making was many were saying Spencer's power would be too much for Bud. Yet now suddenly he can jump up to 168 pounds and handle Canelo's power. That's because he's Bud. Y'all, let me tell you what y'all not getting. He's Bud. Canelo is going to do to Bud what Bud did to Spence. No, he's not. It's Spence. Do you understand how great Spence is? So great that Bud said he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Did Bud rehydrate to 168 last fight to test it? He rehydrated to 175. Betting odds looking good, Biz. LOL. Yeah, I'm putting 20K on it. I mean, obviously. I mean, I'm only putting 20K on Canelo to throw my money away. Who the hell puts money on Canelo? Canelo has dominated 168 for years. People saying Bud spars bigger guys. He does. He heavyweights. But fighting and sparring ain't the same. It is the same. Canelo dominates 168. Bud spars big guys, bruh. Listen, Bud spars big guys. He's Bud. He doesn't age because he doesn't have the same mileage. The guy beat Spence. He beat an all-time great Spence, and he can wrestle, bro. Y'all, Bud buddies be like, keep my Bud's name. That's because he's Bud, bro. The hell wrong with y'all? I heard that if Bud uses the same tactics Haney did against Ramirez, people will start calling him the next Floyd Mayweather. Dog, stop. Now you're hating. You got me crying on the response to my comment, brother. It's all right. Whatever. All right, let's move on, bro. Because I mean, he's wrestling, bro. The brother can wrestle. All right, let's move on. Check out this stare down for tonight.
This Coke Arena, if you're not fortunate to be here in person, You can catch it live on multiple platforms, BLK Prime among others. But if you're fortunate enough to be here in Middle America, get your tickets. Heavyweight action. This is not expected to go all 10 rounds. Heavy hitters on both sides. Make sure you are there to witness it live. Global Combat Collective is Legacy Reloaded here in Wichita, Kansas.
I would have took a shit on myself if I was Herndon. But 2, do you know that he left Malik Scott, or he fired Malik Scott? Which I've been for that since the beginning. Number 3, Malik wasn't. He was, but I love you, boy, regardless. All right. Number 3, don't be surprised if Herndon tries to sleep Wilder. That's what happens when you take some L's. He's going to try to lift Wilder's skirt. He's going to try to lift his skirt. We're going to be watching it tonight. Watch. He's going to try to lift his skirt, bruh. And Wilder's going to have to, and that's when Wilder's going to catch him. Because Wilder does better when you're impatient. Herndon's going to be impatient and going to try to knock him out. Media-wise, who had a better shot? Roy going to heavyweight, or Bud versus Canelo? Roy was closer to his prime than Crawford. Number 2, Roy was a bigger man than Crawford. All right, because Roy was already winning at light heavyweight. He was already champion at light heavyweight. So skipping cruiserweight and fighting heavy against Ruiz. Another thing is Ruiz wasn't the best heavyweight in the division. Canelo's the best at 168. He's one of the best fighters of all time. Ruiz was one of the best heavyweights of all time, let alone one of the best fighters of all time. On top of that, Roy Jones is a more special fighter than Terrence Crawford. Well, no, he's not. Nobody's more special than Terrence Crawford. Let me see. Bud wrestled Shannon Sharp. That gives him, of course, it's Shannon Sharp. Let me see. Okay, Biz, stop being sarcastic. No, listen, bro. Stop being sarcastic. No. Listen, number 1, I'm telling the truth. Bud beats probably everybody because he beat Errol Spence. But you have to understand, I am bringing up this. And the response is, you're a hater. He beat Spence. And he wrestles. That's the response. So that means so when that is the conversation, bro, when you're like, better resume, younger by 4 years, higher weight class, nothing is going in Crawford's favor. Everything is going in Nelo's favor in the negotiations and everything. When you bring up all of this shit, Crawford he hasn't fought in over a year. He never been at 168 before. You bring up all the common sense shit. And the response is he beat Spence and y'all thought that Spence would win. Then obviously they're right. So something's wrong. My bad, Biz. Missed the show. Was getting the bread. Love you, boy. Keeping it 100. Hey, squad up. Squad. Let me see. If Bub rehydrates to 175 for Madrimov and looked like that, bruh, let's go Texas. I'm not talking about him actually wrestling, Biz. Stop. Stop it. I'm saying he can go up and wait right and handle himself right on the inside. That's what I've seen with Spence. Yeah, because of his wrestling. Number 1, Biz Natic here. Biz, I think Nelo will give Bud hell. I think Bud will just adjust to Nelo's defense, of course. But I think Nelo might be too much. You rock, Biz. Love you, boy. Ain't nobody too much for Bud beat Spence. Bud beat Spence, bruh. But it's Bud. It's Bud. What don't y'all get? He beat Spence. Buzz going to hit Nelo with the Stone Cold. Yes, Y'all ain't getting it. Y'all don't get it. Okay, we gotta move on. Do you think Wilder get the KO or the other guy? That's the problem. We'll lift his skirt. I think Wilder gets the KO. Why the hell is Wilder fighting a 10-round fight? You know why. You think he's fighting a 12-round championship bout? Biz, if Crawford beat Canelo, will you make any excuses or give him all the credit? Are you a dumbass moron? You know what? I'm going to get this question until September. I'm going to try to say this without blowing my top. I have consistently said I'm rooting for Bud. 2, this has never been done before. And 3, if he wins, he's top 5 best fighters ever. If that's not credit, listen, bro, I'm straight. I'm heterosexual. So I can't go further than that. I can't. All right? That's the most I can give you. Now, if credit isn't that, then brother, I'm no disrespect, but I'm heterosexual. Let me see. These Bud fanboys would pick Bud to beat Usyk because he would. What the hell? Let me see. Farmer versus Schofield. Who you got? Okay, yeah. Let me play some bets. Bud out wrestles Gordon Ryan at this point, brother. Bud. He's Bud. Okay, y'all. Let's move forward because it won't stop. It won't stop. Okay, everybody. Let's check the face-off of Jake Paul Chavez. Let's look at what the Farmer and Austin's face-off. All right. And then let's look at a back and forth between Farmer and Kid Austin. And then we're going to place a bet on my bookie. All right. Here's the face-off with Paul and Chavez.
I can tell you, I have never seen seniors so calm. I have never seen juniors so relaxed to a point that he hasn't allowed Jake Paul to get under his skin. Maybe this is the difference in his life because he has made a massive change in his everyday life.
You can see Jake Paul size advantage, a more natural cruiserweight. Julio Cesar Chavez was a middleweight champion more than a decade ago, coming up to fight Jake Paul.
I already put 1,000 on Jake Paul to win. Did I do by KO? I think I said by KO, dog. I think I put KO on there. Here's Farmer and Austin.
So you think you're faster than me? You think you're stronger than me? You think in the IQ you iffy a little bit, right? I give you 50-50 on the IQ.
8 weeks
Listen,
with champions.
I done seen
Sean Porter.
Let's
go down the list. They all better than you. And we're going to all of the champions.
Who better than me? Who better
all
than me?
All of them, the Shakur, the Devin, everyone he get ready for their championship fights are better than you.
I like Floyd Schofield III more than I like the Floyd Schofield Jr. more than I like the father. When you listen to, and we're gonna listen to Floyd Schofield, the son, Kid Austin. I like Kid Austin more than Floyd Schofield father. I like Sean Porter more than Kenny Porter, and I like Devin Haney more than Bill Haney. I think they've created a very bad wave of energy for their kid. They all 3 of them did. All 3 of them did. It's just that Sean Porter is so likable that he was able to raise above it. But that shit was annoying. All right, hold on. Let me read some comments. Don't forget Bud swells fast, and Triple G could not stop Canelo. If he gets hit flush, he's going down or get beat up. But no, he's not. He's Bud Crawford. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Don't y'all get it? Don't forget, Bud can deadlift over 5. That's what I'm saying. He can deadlift. Shit. Biz, I got Bud by takedown and submission. Exactly. Because don't forget, in the streets, we don't even want to talk about the streets. Biz, your sarcasm kills me. Off topic, but I need Crazy Ryan back for the next fight. That calm shit ain't it. Need that on Billy Lupus hairstyle, Ryan back. Yeah. I'm telling you, brother, that brother I need Booger Sugar Ryan. No, that's not cool to say. ShowBizz, nothing but new boxing network. Love you, boy. Let me see. Here's a response. What elite boxer did Canelo dominate or outbox? And who's fought the better competition? They last 5 fights. He only has a weight advantage. Of course, brother. The war room, we already know. But okay, not only has Bud has a better resume. Bud has a better resume for the last, what do you say, 5 fights for sure. Bud resume versus Canelo, the last 5 fights. Dude, do you know how many people Crawford fought that was a steeper hill to climb than Bivol at light heavyweight? Bruh, do you understand? Who is Bivol? Who that, brother? I don't think you get it. I don't think you get it. The skill level of the fighters that Crawford fought that was more skillful than Caleb Plant is incredible. Incredible, bruh. Incredible. Especially all the undisputed fighters he fought, like Jermell Charlo. Dude, do you know how many undisputed fighters Crawford fought in his last 5 fights? Jermell undisputed means shit. Dude, Crawford in his last 5 fights, name all 5. There's so many undisputed fighters that Crawford fought. On top of that, brother, Canelo ain't dominating shit the way Crawford dominated a prime Spence. Dude, it's Spence. It's Bud versus Spence. Spence, bruh. If you can beat Spence, you can beat Canelo. Period. He don't even got the weight advantage over Crawford. Crawford the same size, and Crawford can wrestle, and he deadlifts 500 pounds, bruh. Canelo versus Roy Jones at light heavyweight. Who wins? No, Roy Jones beat him at middle, bruh. Former KO Schofield. Oh yeah, we gotta talk. Keep tap dancing for these super chats. Keep tap dancing for these super chats. Of course, dude. Tap dance, coon, clown. Me. Let me see. I feel like even if Wilder loses this weekend, he's gonna not retire. He probably won't, dog. Okay. Everybody, let's check out. Let's check out. I want you guys to check this out before I place a bet on my bookie. Let's check this out. I don't know. I really don't understand why y'all don't get the obvious, bro. Y'all are kidding me. Y'all must be kidding me, bro. This is y'all going way too far. The brother can wrestle. He beat Spence, bro. Y'all mugs. He can wrestle. He beat Spence. I thought Spence was going to win, and I have clownish behavior, bro. And that's the Black Two Sugars. My behavior is so clownish. It's so tap dancey, bro. Wish Canelo fight could have been at 160. Farmer versus Kid. Who you got? We about to talk. We about to talk. We will know within the first round how the fight will be fought. Canelo high guard walk down style will force Bud to lead, but he'd rather counter. I think Crawford just too strong, too fast, and too young. Time door Beanie Biz, because y'all asking don't. I don't know what the hell. Scary thing is there are tons of people who think the same way as that super chatter. I see the Biz hate all over the YouTube because I'm wrong. Bud fans are saying Ms. Biz is making you say this, Biz. Of course. Don't you see? I've been doing this boxing thing for years. But when it comes to black and Mexican, if I ever say a Mexican fighter does anything, it's because of Ms. Biz, bro. Y'all stupid. Of course it's Ms. Biz. Who else would it be? Me? All the common sense ish applied to Spence too. Exactly. Crawford. Exactly. Bud gloves lace up his hands. Bud beat Spence. Madrimov had enough courage to go after Bud, but was running for dear life against Virgil. Bud's power isn't going to make Canelo think twice. Yes, it will. Charles Baker, not a casual. Y'all don't see the wrench. Keep it respectful. This the war room. Of course. What if Charles Baker is a pillar to the war room? What if Bud's been a weight bully his whole career, and now he's finally at his natural size? Maybe he knows something we all don't. Just saying. Yeah, well, he knows everything we don't. Okay, number one, dog. Crawford has never been a weight bully. He just big, right? So he ain't never been a weight bully at 135, 140, 147. All right. He just big. You know what I mean? So, and fighting Canelo, he's bigger than Canelo. And everything that we're trying to say in the war room is us not knowing what Bud knows. All right. What you think you see in Canelo versus Bud, you don't understand what Bud knows, because he knows something we don't. And anything negative you have to say or to criticize Bud, you're really hating. And you probably got a Mexican wife, more likely. ShowBizz, a boxing revolution. Love you, boy. I'm trying to get to Tevin Farmer and Schofield. These boxing fathers are trying to recreate the LeVar Ball effect. Yeah, LeVar was great at it, though. Was the only truly entertaining sports dad. The rest are kind of, yeah, he knew what was up. Let me see. And Ricky Bums ain't elite. Dog, Ricky Burns is definitely elite. The hell wrong with y'all? Ricky Burns? The fuck? That dude's amazing. Nello hasn't fought anyone better than Madrimov. That's a fact. Seen somewhere Madrimov was sick versus Virgil like Schofield. He just fought. Did you hurt that one? Well, no, but I believe it. Bud by KO. I seen him walk on water yesterday. Time for a Beanie Biz, because war room acting crazy today. Tap dance, southpaw stance, Nello versus Can's racism in 5. Exactly. Y'all so funny. I like y'all. Bud and Canelo share one common opponent. That should let you know the power difference there. No, Crawford punches definitely as hard as Canelo. Tap dancing, Ms. Biz, Coon Uncle Tom. Yes. What else are they calling you? Biz Sheesh. I don't have the stomach for this ish. Brother, listen. If you don't agree, something's wrong with you. If I don't agree, because I have to read your mind, number one. So I can't say what I think. But if I don't say what you think, there's something wrong. So if I say that somebody other than black would be the black guy, I'm definitely tap dancing and a coon and a clown, and Ms. Biz has something to do with it. There is no other logical thought you can possibly, what other thing makes sense? Because black people win in everything. They win every fight. Every fight, black person always won. Right? So you got to go on black, or else you're cooning and Ms. Biz and all that shit. Tap and clown and something against your race for sure. Now, if you think that the black fighter will win over somebody who's not black, then you obviously racist. How could it be anything else? It can't be anything I'm saying, because I'm lying. I'm getting paid, pushing the narrative, and tap dancing, bro. Think logically. Crawford versus 100 gorillas. Well, I got Crawford, bro. Let me see. Born in Omaha with a Mexican wife is crazy. Yeah, I know. Let me see. Attacking man's wife over another man. That's a sucker move. No, it's not. It's real. You can't get no real, and that's really pro-black, brother. My brothers. But fans think he beats Archangel Michael to y'all at this point. Let's move on. Maybe they're listening. They're listening to Biz the Puppet. I'm the puppet. I'm the tap dance. I don't think y'all listening. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let me share this real quick. Let me share this real quick. Hey, everybody. Let's look. This is a fight I'm looking forward to. I'm done with Crawford versus Canelo. I'm seriously done with it. Okay. Let's talk about the fight, in my opinion. Tevin Farmer versus Schofield. And then I gotta go.
Your last fight with Shakur Stevenson, a chance for you to clear the air now. You had to go to the hospital. What happened to you? Your dad seems to think that maybe you were poisoned over in Saudi Arabia. What happened to you?
So I don't really want to get too much on that topic, but you know, what it is, you know, people gonna believe it, some people not. You know, I didn't get to take the fight, so I'm here now.
And what will you do to Tevin Farmer on Saturday? You saw his 2 wars he just had with Zepeda. He's a very, very tough fighter. Tough to get him out of there. I know you think you can knock him out.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Saturday night we're gonna see. You know, I feel like he's underestimating me. We're gonna see. So you know, the second Zepeda fight was a little shaky.
You see, he said he's gonna knock me out. He said we're gonna see what happens.
I don't gotta knock you out. I don't gotta knock you out.
I know.
You want? I don't gotta knock you out to do that.
You ain't doing that shit.
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
You ain't doing that shit.
Okay.
Tarver, why aren't you that impressed with him?
Say that again.
Why aren't you that impressed with him?
You know boxing, right? You watch boxing? You know.
Hey, hold up, real quick. I'm going to ask y'all this before we continue to place this bet on my bookie. After looking at this exchange, I'm going to ask you guys this: is Holly Holm fine? I don't know, fellas. Just is she pop or fine? I've been wondering. I've been wondering that for a good 15 years. No, yes. You feel what I'm saying? Is she I'm flabbergasted. It's not good. She absolutely not. No, I love. Okay, okay. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back to funniest live stream. I've been flabbergasted. Okay, here we go.
Wow.
Is he better than Williams?
Tevin Farmer and Kid Schofield. Think about it. You know boxing. You know why. You want me to say it?
Say it.
They know why.
Well, say it, bro.
Yeah, say it. There's a press conference.
What do he do great that I haven't seen ever? Like, he stepped in with Tevin Farmer, right? I got so much shit he never seen that we going to test his composure. We're going to test everything about him. There's nothing he could test on me that I haven't been through.
You said
he's
that
not
was
stronger
Zepeda.
than me. He's not smarter than you're not Zepeda. He's not
that
strong.
with JoJo.
You're not JoJo.
What about Pedraza?
You're not Pedraza.
Okay, then. So
you're not
gonna see.
Pedraza.
I'm telling
But I could damn sure tell you Renee is not me.
He hit way harder than you. You got 8 knockouts.
Yeah. You
I pitched the shutout.
You could tell you don't know shit about boxing.
Shutout,
you could tell you don't know shit about boxing when you go by record.
What are you gonna see Saturday?
Knockouts mean you was built the right fucking way. That's what knockouts mean. You was built and you had a promoter to put you in front of the right people to knock the fuck out. That don't mean you punch hard. My last 7 opponents, they all was hurt. 3 of them got knocked out cold and 5 of them touched the canvas.
You complaining about
all of them way more elite than you.
Bro,
all of them.
I'm saying,
listen,
you bragging about being a loser.
Listen, bro, don't listen. Hey, don't remember when I was a world champion, you was a kid studying me.
Right.
Yeah, was you?
Right.
Yeah, I know you was a kid. So don't lose control, youngin.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna have all control Saturday night.
I'm gonna bring a belt to the ring. I'm gonna bring a belt. I'm gonna bring a belt to the ring.
Please do.
I'm bringing a belt to the ring.
I love to see.
I'm gonna make your daddy. I want to make your daddy cry.
Please
make your dad cry.
Please
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm telling you,
make
please
your dad cry. Listen, I'm gonna still love you after though. I'm gonna still love you.
Hell yeah, it's all love at the end of the day. It's business.
Yeah. Blood, some blood gotta be shed.
Right.
And it's gonna be shed Sunday. It ain't gonna be my fucking blood.
Yeah,
and after that, I'm gonna, pat you on your back and tell you keep your fucking head up and keep going.
Saturday night,
Sound
boys.
good, bro.
Saturday night, boys.
Sound real good.
Okay. So wait a minute.
And fighting guard, 10 rounds.
Name for himself in this showdown.
Yes, and obviously he's looking to erase that little situation back in Saudi Arabia. He wants to make sure that he comes in full throttle against a fighter that's always game. And we've seen him in so many fights that he always puts everything in play.
Laughing.
Look at that. Oh.
Tevin Farmer's lost his last 3 fights, but they have been highly competitive and they have been against top competition. Does Floyd Schofield Jr. have the requisite
Could be your
experience?
fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. All right. Here. We're going to do it like this. Let's place our bets on my bookie. I'm about to place my bet on my bookie. This Facts Friday was hysterical. When it comes to Bud Crawford, yeah, I'm gonna start putting him in the Devin Haney and the Tank Davis pot. I have to know exactly how to communicate when it comes to Bud Crawford. You got to be very, very. You can't be. You gotta do. I'm just at this point. I'm definitely a Crawford fan. Always been, and at this point, Crawford wins. I'm convinced. Crawford wins at this point because I'm not sure if it makes sense to say anything otherwise, because I'm gonna tell you what he did do. He beat Spence, and he can wrestle. That's for damn sure. He can wrestle, and he got more hop off the bounce. Hey, hold on. Here we go. I mean, I didn't think Errol Spence had a chance in hell against Canelo, but really, what I am is a hater. That's a for damn sure. That's don't start doing that shit to Bud, bro. What? Okay, we'll talk in a minute. So we can end the show right. I'm going to place a bet. Let me tell you what I was thinking. Place a bet on my bookie or who's ever the underdog. I can actually see Schofield winning. I can see Schofield showing something I haven't seen in a minute. The problem is, okay, I'm allowed to use logic in this fight. Fine. Okay, good. Here's the boxing logic I have for this fight. I haven't seen Schofield since G-Iron, and Tevin Farmer has been fight after fight staying in camp. I just feel like he's more prepared fight-wise. This is the boxing logic I can use for this fight that definitely can't use for Crawford because he's Bud. But I'm just saying, I'm leaning towards Tevin Farmer. Last time I saw Floyd Schofield, he was training. That was a long time ago, his last fight. And his last fight, it was strange. You know what I'm saying? And then he was gone. Then he was in the hospital. I'm going to go with Tevin. And I don't know who Floyd. That's a huge leap at skill-wise to me. That's a huge leap. I'm telling you, I love talking about these fights. And Tim Butler, he knows this for sure. And many of you day ones know this for sure. That I'm not that sure. I love talking about these fights because you get less pussies in the chat, and I can just give a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? And nobody gets too cryy over it because people don't even know Floyd. They haven't even watched Floyd Schofield fight. They don't know Tevin Farmer like that. They don't even know what's going on. All right, so you get more of a logical, right? So I'm gonna bet $500 on Tevin Farmer. Not to say it's a prediction. I don't even gotta do this with my guys, but not to say it's a prediction. I'm just saying with these odds and knowing their resume and who has been more active, I'm gonna go with Tevin Farmer. Let's go. Hit the type there. I'm gonna go with Tevin Farmer, and we'll see tomorrow when I call the fight. Now listen. Listen. I will be doing the press conference later today. That's at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. All right. With Canelo Alvarez and Crawford in Vegas. Also, I'm looking to call the fight Deontay Wilder versus Herndon. I think it's on BLK Prime, which I don't have the app, but I think there's another way that you can actually purchase the fight. But if I have to get BLK Prime, whatever it is, because I couldn't get, for some reason, I couldn't get Brian Norman Sr., right? That his fight that he had against Hackett. I couldn't find that fight. I ended up seeing that on Instagram. All right. So I don't know what happened there. But I'm going to try to do that. Let me see. Bud rehydrated to 169.8 versus Madrimov. I thought it was 174. Okay. He walks at 186. Isn't him moving up? It's him fighting at his true size for once. He's not small. That a myth. I think whatever you want me to say that is positive towards Bud is the right answer. So he walks around one. Okay. So he's finally, what do you say? Isn't him moving up? It's not him moving up. Bud rehydrated 169.8 versus Madrimov. He walks around at 186.168. Okay. Isn't him moving up? It's not. It's not. It's him fighting at his true size. Right. So he's not moving up. For once. He's not small. No, that's a myth. Right. So he's not moving up to fight at 168. He's actually fighting down because he's 186.16. Yeah, he's actually fighting down. And he's a big guy. You know what I'm saying? He's bigger than Canelo, and people don't really understand that. Yeah. I mean, your fighting weight and your walk around weight is pretty much the same. It's like the same. You know what I mean? It's like if you've been fighting at 147 and fought at 154, that's the same as like, you know, if you walk around it, he can actually fight at light heavyweight because 186. He can actually fight at light. If he fought at light heavyweight, that wouldn't be him moving up because he walks around at 186. So, bruh, what else? And he's fighting his true size, not small. Yeah, everything's a myth. All of that shit's a myth, man. Wait till the fight. Wait until the fight, bruh. Wait until the fight, bruh. You know, wait till the fight. Because what y'all gonna see in this fight with Bud Crawford versus Canelo is one, he ain't moving up. That's the thing. He walks around 186, so he ain't moving up. No way. How is that him moving up when he walks around at 186? Also, he wrestles. Bruh, he wrestles and he deadlifts over 500 damn pounds, bruh. Bruh. And here's the thing that y'all forgot. He beat Errol Spence. Bruh, you beat Errol Spence. He beat Errol Spence. And Biz thought Spence would win. That lets you know. And he walks around 186. 186. Him fight at 168 ain't moving up. No way. No way, bruh. No way. He's going to be bigger, stronger, better wrestler, quicker, more skillful, best footwork, a great chin. and the fight that he had with Madrimov, do you understand how shifty and tricky Madrimov is? With Madrimov, the tricks and the shiftiness that he displayed against Ortiz had Ortiz boggled in the mind. Boggled. He had his mind boggled. He only lost because that was the trick. Madrimov only lost to Ortiz because that's how tricky he is. That was the trick. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it, dog. Y'all don't get it, dog. Y'all don't get it, dog. Y'all definitely don't get it, dog. That's the Black Two Sugars. Y'all don't get it. If Schofield wins and press, that would be crazy. What do you think is next for their kid? Dude, if I'm Schofield and I beat Tevin Farmer like that, I would be like Shakur. I would be like Shakur. I'd be like, I told y'all. His father, you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear his father. You don't want. Do you think it puts them in a title contention conversation? Yes. Biz, you can't even say it with a straight face. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter what face I have. It's the truth. It doesn't matter what face I have. It's the truth. Y'all not thinking. And plus, Crawford could switch from orthodox to southpaw, and he does it like that throughout the fight. Y'all see. I can't wait to see y'all. What are y'all going to say? Are y'all going to give Crawford his credit when he wins? I just want to hear y'all out real quick. Are y'all going to give Crawford his credit when he wins? Let me see. Biz, after Triple G, name me a fighter who wasn't on their back foot against Canelo. Who gives a shit? Chill out, Biz. Brother, what are you talking about? None of that matters. Don't break down a fight. He's Bud, he's black, and my wife Mexican. Now I'm sick of y'all not thinking. Don't break down a fight. Don't do it. Bud is black, my wife is Mexican, and he beat Spence. That ain't enough. I'm about sick of y'all, bro. I'm about sick of y'all, bro. Listen, bro. Number one, here's the thing. Bud wins because ShowBizz wife is Mexican. Now y'all go ahead, y'all let that exfoliate. now y'all really think. Now start thinking now. Shit. Errol Spence resume. Amazing. But it's our glitching. Let me see. And he wrestles. Hope she can cook. And he wrestles. Shit. ShowBizz. Love you, boy. I got Bud all day. Me too. What the hell? What's wrong with y'all? All right. So thank you guys for showing up and showing out. I'll be back live in a few hours. All right. I hope you enjoyed the Facts Friday. Bud buddies, love you. I'm happy y'all convinced me of the truth. Bud Crawford all day, every day. All right. My wife is Mexican. I'm tap dancing. Spence, he beat Spence for Christ's sake. He can wrestle. He's black. What the hell? What else you want? Let me see. Not he's black and your white man. It's the truth. I'm not capping. You say Bud's always been big. So what if 147 was the disguise? It was. Like, what the hell? 168 is him finally walking in fully fueled. Yep. That changes the whole story, bro. Yeah. Why we agree? Why do you keep telling me we agree, bro? Damn. ShowBizz, no. I'm out. Huh. Oh my goodness.